Elon Musk has once again teased the idea of a highly configurable Robovan for people and cargo, and the internet went into a frenzy. But this isn't the first time that Elon dropped unconfirmed and premature hints at Tesla fans that haven't gone anywhere. Heck, he did the same with his Twitter deal, so we're not holding our breath about the Robovan either. But what we do know though is that it's already shrouded in controversy. Here's why. Starting off with some details about Robovan and why we think it won't launch. Tesla Robovan is a new concept from the popular tech CEO and billionaire Elon Musk, and he's been going on about it since forever. He's said that Tesla may build a highly configurable Robovan with additional seats and cargo space for big groups. A vehicle that could also be turned into a remote living space or for glamping, with a solar canopy that extends the roof area for shade. Plus, it doubles as a solar panel that can gather charging for the EV, adding power for a longer range and possibly serving as an outlet source. We know it sounds super cool, almost too good to be true, which is exactly what it is. The Robovan has been more of a dream venture for the billionaire that he's been speaking about for quite a while now, and every few years he drops a tweet or just a brief mention of the concept, enough to get the fans excited, and then it's just a long silence. So yeah, we're not sure if we'll ever get the chance to buy the Robovan, ever. You can't buy something that's never been on the market, but if it does ever make an appearance out of Elon's dream world into the real one, we still don't think you should be buying it, because, well, Tesla's battery replacement is super expensive. As if buying a car itself wasn't causing a massive dent into our wallets already, the battery for Tesla is even worse, and we're not sure how different Robovan is going to be. Anyone who owns a car knows that replacing a car battery is an unavoidable expense, but it's a minor cost. But if and when a Tesla's battery fails, expect prices to be outrageously expensive. In fact, Tesla batteries have a maximum capacity lifespan of about 8 years, which means after that point, you'll have to cut your trips shorter, because the battery can no longer charge to a 100%. The only two options you're left with are either ignore the decreased battery capacity and continue whittling it down until it no longer lasts a trip to the market, or replace it with a new one. And with an average cost of $7,000 to replace the battery, we say it's cheaper to replace the whole vehicle. Just get rid of it, unless you're a millionaire, of course. Also, it uses fuel. The electric vehicle's whole charm is about saving money on gas. The idea of driving by gas stations and laughing at gas-using idiots is a utopian dream. The reality is actually far more surprising. Every time you plug in your EV to charge, did you ever stop to think that the power must be generated somewhere? In terms of energy, there is no such thing as a free lunch. The electricity that Tesla uses to power up is at the mercy of an existing power infrastructure. Unfortunately, the vast majority of power is still generated using fossil fuels, and at home, those costs are passed on to the owner. So you can say that all the gas saving you've been doing as a Tesla owner is just being spent on household utilities. It's really just swapping one evil for another. Also, it's not exactly environmentally friendly. Tesla may not pump out tailpipe fumes, but that in no way means that it's environmentally friendly. Did you know that the process of battery production for one Tesla car emits the same amount of pollution as driving a gas-fueled vehicle for 8 years? Plus, when you factor in other things like the high-performing metals needed to make an electric vehicle, you'll find electric cars, particularly Tesla vehicles, are just as environmentally damaging as conventional cars. Besides, we feel it's all about the hype. Before Tesla even existed, it was causing quite a stir both online and offline, just like Robovan, which has people dreaming of taking their entire families of 20 on a countrywide road trip, camping in it, living in it, while it magically charges itself with its solar canopy. It's all about the hype. Tesla has several updates circulating on social media regularly, making it very popular among car enthusiasts online. And if you happen to follow Elon Musk, you get updated about it on your phone on a regular basis, making you want it even more. Although many people call it the car that sets a new standard with each of its releases, much like the iPhone did when it first came out. But the reality is quite different. First, buying a Tesla is way more expensive than buying an iPhone, which is a risk that not everyone can afford. Secondly, it's very difficult to maintain. So you'll need to think hard if this car is really for you before buying one, because some of what it offers might not suit your needs, such as the fact that it might give you anxiety and headache. Sure, owning a Tesla is super cool and driving driving it around a small city is going to get you a lot of clout. But if you're someone who likes long interstate trips, you might want to think twice about getting a Tesla. Yes, even Robovan, which we assume is intended for long road trips. Keep in mind that there aren't many charging stations for this car, so if you have a long drive ahead of you, a single charge from home may not be enough, and you'll have to plan your trip around Tesla's charging stations, which can spoil your experience. Elon may claim that Robovan is going to be different and that you can charge the vehicle with the solar canopy, but honestly, that's a time-taking process. Besides, there's no way it's entirely dependent on just solar energy. A good backup though, but we're not sure how reliable it's going to be. And what do you do with that solar canopy in harsher environments? Another question that's going to keep you up at night. How do you imagine charging your Tesla in harsh weather conditions? On cloudy days, solar panels typically produce about 10% to 30% of their capacity. Imagine taking Robovan around Alaska or Colorado. A total disaster. And what if you need to charge it during the night? Not to mention solar energy storage is expensive, and pretty much like the rest of Tesla gear, such as spare tires or even winter tires, we bet this one comes with additional charges too. Oh, and that's not even the worst part. Tesla's battery drains much faster in cold weather, and the range meter begins to act up during wintertime, so you'll be driving the cold, snowy roads without knowing how much charge is left. Imagine getting stranded in the middle of nowhere on your new Robovan, with your whole clan thanks to an unreliable range meter. Nope, could never be us. Besides, self-driving is quite tricky, if not scary. At this point, we can safely say that Tesla's self-driving feature is flawed and far from perfect. Countless videos have emerged on the internet showing Tesla vehicles breaking traffic laws, barging into the wrong lane, getting dangerously close to pedestrians, and making wrong turns. There have also been some serious manufacturing issues. The company has recalled almost 500,000 vehicles as recently as December 2021. Although it's not just a Tesla issue, but the way Tesla markets these self-driving cars can give you a false sense of security. Apparently, this is one of the many reasons Robovan hasn't seen the light of day. It's going to be super tricky to integrate an autonomous system into a massive van, working coherently with a number of other features. And since many accidents, some even fatal, have occurred as a result of the self-driving feature, we don't think we'd be investing in Robovan once it's out, no matter how much hype it gathers. And finally, it's way too expensive. Let's face it, most of us are just poor and can't ever afford to own a Tesla. The basic Tesla vehicle comes with a price tag of $36,000 or more, but we're guessing if you're buying a Tesla, you're anything but basic. You go all out and buy all the bells and whistles that can be added to it. When you do this, Tesla is no longer a mid-range vehicle, but a luxury car. Some features you can add to the basic package include heated seats, a larger battery, and of course, the autopilot mode on a Tesla. These items will cause about $10,000 to $15,000 in damage, bringing the total cost to $50,000. Not to forget the hardware upgrades every now and then, among other expenses, which make it a super expensive ride. And we're sure Robovan, being a much bigger vehicle with a more complex system and with additional features, is going to cost a lot more than that. If it wasn't for the long list of issues with Tesla's previous concepts, maybe we would have given it a thought and emptied our bank accounts, gone bankrupt, and moved into our Robovan. But is it really worth it, spending all your hard-earned dough on a car? What do you think about the Tesla Robovan? Comment below and let us know. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more. See you in the next one.